is Casey Howard, and I'll be reading The Library by Sarah Stewart. Do you like the library? Do you like visiting the library? Elizabeth Brown into the world, dropping straight down from the sky. Elizabeth Brown into the world, skinny, nearsighted, and shy. Are you shy? She didn't like to play with dolls. She didn't like to skate. She learned to read quite early and at an incredible rate. She always took a book to bed with a flashlight under the sheet. She'd make a tent under the tent of the covers and read herself to sleep. Have you ever made a tent of the covers and read under the blanket with a flashlight? I used to when I was little. Elizabeth Brown went off to school, dragging a steamer trunk. Elizabeth Brown unpacked her books, breaking the upper bunk. How many books do you think that is? She sat in all her classes and doodled on a pad, adrift in dreams of entering a reader's Olympiad. She manufactured library cards and checked out books to her friends, then shocked them with her midnight raids to collect the books again. Would you visit your friends to get your books back in the middle of the night? Elizabeth Brown preferred a book to going on a date. While friends went out and danced till dawn, she stayed up reading late. She took the train one afternoon and promptly lost her way, so bought a house and settled down to tutoring for pay. Would you just show up in a town and buy a house and then tutor? Elizabeth Brown walked into town. Summer, fall, winter, and spring. Elizabeth Brown walked into town, looking for only one thing. She didn't want potato chips. She didn't want new clothes. She went straight to the bookstore. May I have one of those? Elizabeth Brown walked right back home and read and read and read. She even read while exercising and standing on her head. Think you can do that? Can you read upside down? Even on your head? She made a list of groceries and tucked it in her book, then lost the list among the fruits and left with nothing to cook. She read about Greek goddesses while vacuuming the floor, intending only to her book as she walked into the door. Have you ever run into something while reading? I've done it a few times. The books were piled up atop of chairs and spread across the floor. Her shelves began to fall apart as she read more and more. The big books made very solid stacks, which teacups could rest. Small books became building blocks for busy little guests. It's a lot of books, right? When volumes climbed the parlor walls and blocked the big front door, she had to face the awful fact that she could not have one more. I think she's got more than enough books, don't you? Elizabeth Brown walked into town that very afternoon. Elizabeth Brown walked into town whistling a happy tune. She didn't want a bicycle. She didn't want silk bows. She went straight to the poorhouse. May I have one of those? The form was for donations. She quickly wrote this line: I.E. Brown, give to the town what was ever all that was ever mine. Elizabeth Brown Free Library. Elizabeth Brown moved in with a friend and lived to a ripe old age. They walked to the library day after day and turned page after page after page. And that is the end. Would you donate all your books to the library if you got too many? I think I would if I had as many as Elizabeth Brown. And that's the end of my story. Thank you.